Hey everybody, welcome to the Taylor Swift music video watch-along cast. This is the premiere episode, so if you guys... give me a second to explain what we do here at the Taylor Swift music video watch-along cast. Basically, Ryan and I will watch a Taylor Swift music video, and you watch the same Taylor Swift music video together with us, and then Ryan and I will have a discussion about it.
Oh.
Doesn't that sound like fun? So,
sure.
Ryan, I thought we were on board with this. We love Taylor Swift music videos.
I love Taylor Swift
This
music
is what
videos.
we're doing. Okay. So, because it's the first episode, we're going to start with the best. You know what that means? You know what video we're going to watch, Ryan?
Bad Blood.
No, I'm sorry. Blank Space?
Oh, all right.
You fool. All right, so everyone cue up Blank Space. Taylor Swift classic. Oh, I love this part. Oh, it's so good. Oh, well, hold on. I just got an email. It's from Taylor Swift. It says, cease and desist. It says, we cannot play her music on this dumbass podcast. So I guess that'll do it for the first episode of Taylor Swift Music Video Watch-Along Cast. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did.
If you want, you can keep listening to the music video.
Yeah, you can definitely
at
do
home,
that,
you can
but
do that.
We can't do that.
We're putting this on the internet.
Where Taylor Swift lives.
She
and
lives.
she'll find us
Here.
and she'll know what we did. I was just playing though, because this podcast is actually the Bear vs. Man cast, the video game podcast about nothing. And we're here to talk about nothing. Isn't that right, Ryan?
Nothing. I don't talk about anything.
Especially not today. Ryan's a little grumpy today.
I'm pretty grumpy.
I don't know why. Someone woke up on someone's got a case of the Thursdays.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wah, wah. My name is Nick. I already said that he was Ryan, so that's kind of out of the way.
I guess.
Honestly.
Yeah, no, fuck me then. Jesus.
It's like two of us, so you guys can figure it out. So we're going to talk a little bit about the games we played, well, these past 2 weeks. Ryan, you've been on vacation. We didn't get a chance to do this last week.
No.
How was your vacation?
It was wonderful. I was on a lake with a boat, and
I was in a lake.
I was in a lake, drowning for 7 days.
Sucks, dude.
No, it was good. I drank lots of beer on a boat. I went fishing.
Solid.
Yeah.
Catch any fish?
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you immediately eat them?
No, I tucked them right back.
You're just like,
from whence they came.
You're like, I got you, fish. You're gonna fucking die. Just kidding. Here you go. Go back to your family.
Just kidding. He's like, what the fuck? Shit.
Yeah, I think you should have taken them and gutted them and descaled them and then filleted them and sautéed them.
No.
Because you know how fish is.
Yeah, it's a pretty big pain in the butt. I did it once. I'm like, I'm all set.
Yeah, but that fish would have been so fresh.
All right, I have to go. I can't.
Did you catch...
I can't. I have to leave.
Did you catch any squid?
No.
That'd be kind of weird if, like...
considering I was in a lake.
If you're in a lake in, like, New Hampshire and they had squid in it.
That'd be weird.
Well, Ryan, I think I speak for everyone when I say we missed you.
Oh, you did? That's
We're
nice.
glad to have you back, even though you're not glad to be back, you grumpy pants.
I am a grumpy blumpkin.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's the first thing I thought of. Yes.
By the way, I have a new idea for a t-shirt. Ask me later.
Why can't we ask you now?
I don't know. One time I mentioned something about a t-shirt, and you said, tell me later.
Okay, but Nick, we just started the podcast. We're gonna be here for at least a little while.
I'll tell you later.
All right, fine.
All right.
No one gets to know, including me. So That's good.
Well, no, because we can't put it out there until we're sure we're doing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Besides the fact that Ryan and I have been thinking about making T-shirts.
Yes.
Mostly for us.
But if anybody wants one, we'll probably be able to do that.
Yeah, it's like Spreadshirt. Just make a T-shirt design. They're like, I don't know. It was like $20. We'll send you one, I guess.
Woo.
All right. So before we get into the games that we played these past 2 weeks.
Yes.
So I had this interesting experience with Splatoon.
Uh-oh.
Where I was playing the one player, and at a certain point I said, like, to myself, the one player is good. I'm just incapable of enjoying. That's not what I mean. It's a very Nintendo one player experience.
Uh-huh.
And I've just ingested too many of those to really be able to appreciate them. But if I was like a child and it was like my fourth or fifth Nintendo gameplay first one player experience, whatever, I probably would have thought that was like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I found myself just playing through that, and like halfway through it's just like, man, I don't really like want. Like, there are, like, other things that I could be doing right now that I like more than this. But I still decided to just see it through to the end because I needed closure for some reason. Has that ever happened to you before? That you're playing a game... I'm sure this applies mostly to story-based games.
Yeah.
That you're just like, I don't know about this. Like, it's like Mass Effect. You're, like, playing Mass Effect or something, and you're like... Man, this gameplay is just okay. I don't really want to remind any more resources. I just kind of want to just
do it.
Fucking find out what happens to Shepard.
The Last of Us.
Ooh, yeah, solid.
I didn't really want to play The Last of Us as much as I wanted to like watch it. I didn't really like playing that game. I played it on easy, and I still thought like, well, this is just.
Maybe it's because you played it on easy that you thought it was, like, pointless.
No, it's not even that. I was just, like... Even that was kind of hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that even normal in that game was, like, not that bad.
I don't know. I suck at video games, so...
That is true. That is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. So, like, I just felt like... I wanted to see the final boss in Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard the bosses were the really cool part, and the bosses were the cool parts, but they weren't like hard at all. Except for the final boss was just like hard for the same reasons that a marathon is hard. And like,
because you run marathons.
I do not run marathons, but I don't need to know that they're hard.
Sure.
I mean, people who run marathons sometimes are incontrollably shitting their pants when they finish. I think marathons might be hard.
Does that actually happen?
Sometimes.
That sounds crazy.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
26 miles.
Don't do that.
Yeah, do more 10Ks. 5 miles. 5 milers.
5 melees.
5 millimeters. Hey, okay, so I don't even know what I was saying anymore.
You're talking
this
about
whole
Splatoon.
Subject is bunk. Oh yeah, so the final boss was just super long, and if you died 3 times, you had to do the whole thing over again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And in Splatoon, you die if you just take too much damage at once, and it's basically a bullet hell. It's just constantly just shooting stuff at you.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, that is even the part that you wouldn't like. I mentioned this to you, but like the whole so fresh thing reaches a goddamn boiling point in that boss fight.
So fresh.
I can't remember everything. I know at one point he threatens to dub stomp you.
I'm like incredibly upset by Splatoon's.
Well, he's in a flying DJ booth. So he's musically inclined. He's an octopus DJ samurai of some kind.
What the fuck?
So I don't know. It's kind of a wacky idea that I like, but
What?
in application, it's like really kind of fucking dumb.
While I like Splatoon, it's fine. God damn it, is some of it fucking insufferable.
We gotta play this week.
All right.
And
Fine.
hashtag Team Dogs.
Hashtag Bear Power.
Are you Team Dogs or Team Cats for the Splatfest?
Dogs, be stupid.
Well, you said like you want to be Team Bear, and that's not really an option.
There should be Team Bear. What the fuck?
Oh, if we played in Japan, the Splatfest would be bread versus rice.
That's fucking. It's gotta be
That's
rice.
hilarious.
It's gotta be rice.
That's Japanese as fuck. I'm pretty sure bread won.
No, that's not true.
Bread wins.
Wow.
It's canon.
All right, that's it. Everybody pack
Yeah,
up. Let's go home.
I understand, like, if I was a big old grumpy pants, why I would find Splatoon to be insufferable.
I'm a big old grumpy pants.
But instead, I just laugh at it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, considering I'm the grumpy pants in this scenario.
I interpret all of their silliness as humor. Like, I don't think anyone at the Nintendo Treehouse was like, dude, I made them say so fresh. Isn't that awesome? These guys are so cool. Like, it's cheeky.
No, I bet you somebody was like,
dude, he shoots missiles at you that are wearing Kanye West sunglasses.
no, I'm out. Like, no. Like,
that's awesome.
Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, nah.
Why? That's hilarious.
Nah. I'm out.
I'm gonna ask you one more time.
I'm out.
Why?
I'm out.
That's hilarious.
No, that's not hilarious.
Can I tell you oh no, actually, you don't even know that. You don't even get that spoiler.
Not...
Also, the boss at one point calls you a hipster.
Fuck off. No.
It's pretty great. I like it a lot.
I'm upset.
You're always upset. You were upset before we even started talking about Splatoon. Is this not true?
I'm always upset. Secretly. Just deep down inside.
Peep this. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm reading his dialogue from this fight.
I don't know. What about video games? We talk about those. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we do
yes,
here?
well, we actually were, in fact, just talking about a video game, but we can... he says, you can't handle my wasabi beats.
I need to leave.
He's also holding a bunch of wasabi roots. I don't really know what that's about. I don't know how anyone in America is able to determine that they were wasabi roots besides me.
Well, yeah. Nobody in America knows what wasabi looks like.
Except for the Japanese.
Wow.
All right, so do you want to talk about a video game? Or do you want me to talk about a video game?
I don't know. Tell me about something good, Nick.
About something good?
Yeah, tell me about something...
I already did.
Tell...
Splatoon's a good game.
Tell me about something else that's good.
Besides Splatoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so last Thursday or Wednesday or something, while you were away, a game came out as a highly anticipated sequel to 10 Million. It's got the worst name ever. It's called You Must Build a Boat.
Which one is the worst name ever?
Oh, You Must Build a Boat.
Oh,
That's a terrible name.
I don't think that's true. I think that's pretty okay.
Once again, if I subscribe to the theory that it's like tongue-in-cheek, it's fine.
How is that tongue-in-cheek? I'm confused.
Like, because it's like it's not super serious. Like, You Must Build a Boat is not like a hardcore like survival game with like real life implications and permadeath.
Well, maybe you should tell me about this game, and then I'll understand your concerns with the title of the game.
It's not really a concern. I just think it's a little bit silly. So, do you remember 10 Million, that game?
No.
So, 10 Million is I guess you could call it a match 3 game. But you like slide the rows of tiles to make matches instead of swapping tiles.
Okay.
But it's got an emphasis on. It's kind of a super simplistic dungeon runner, and it's also got an emphasis on making matches quickly. So basically, you're a man and you are running through a dungeon, and like monsters and treasure chests will pop up, and you have to match things in the match zone. That so if like an enemy pops up, it'll halt your advance, and the screen is always scrolling. So if you come to an obstacle, it'll halt your advance. If it's an enemy, you want to match swords and wands to do magic attacks and regular attacks to kill it.
Yeah.
And then when you kill it, you can continue on, and you can get a little bit further ahead of the scrolling screen.
Okay.
And if you find treasure chests, you got to match keys, and then there's resources to gather and shields to match to increase your defense so that enemies won't knock you back. 'Cause you don't have health or anything. It's all about not falling outside of the boundaries of the screen as it scrolls past you.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you protect yourself, enemies will normally knock you back further. If you protect yourself, they won't knock you back as far or at all. And so basically, You Must Build a Boat is exactly 10,000 again. Or not exactly, but it's the same exact concept.
Except...
Oh, you run through a dungeon.
Okay.
Well, some of the resources are different. And instead of in 10 million, you basically just woke up in this dungeon or something, and you knew you needed to score 10 million points, and then you could leave. And so the whole point of the game is to like go to harder dungeons and get more resources to upgrade your stuff, and then go to the hardest dungeon and score 10 million points. It's the ultimate goal of the game. Do you know what the goal of You Must Build a Boat is?
Let me guess.
I will allow you to guess.
Is it extract the Declaration of Independence and send it to China? Ah, shit.
It's building a boat.
You have to build a boat?
Well, you start with a tiny boat. You wake up...
So you already win the game.
No, because you didn't necessarily build that boat.
Okay, fine.
So I think it literally takes place directly after the first one. You escape the dungeon, and then you're like, I'm outside the dungeon, what do I do? It's like, get in this boat with like a zombie and a skeleton who would teach you how to play the game. And they're like, we must build a boat. We need to go deeper. And so by building the boat, you go into the dungeon and you recruit people that like upgrade your stuff, your sword damage and your staff damage or your shield capacity. And they like, so you sell loot to them, or they sell you relics that do certain things, or there's a guy who will help you. Oh, it's like train monsters that will increase they give you like passive boosts. So it's got this weird system where, I guess the system was in the first game that you had these quests to do while you were on your run.
Okay.
So it'd just be like, it's at the beginning, it'd be like, match 1 5 in a row, or something like that. And then it would get kind of complicated later. There'd be things like, use a magic spell to defeat an orc or something, and you just have to match the crate icons until a magic spell came out, and then save it until an orc showed up. But a lot of them could kind of be accomplished by not really paying attention. It'd be like match 30 power, which is one of the resources, and you just play match 3 hard and just like match tons of stuff, and you'd be like, oh, I got 30 power, I guess. I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And so you get progressively bigger and bigger boats, and you upgrade your boats. You get like relics that upgrade your boat in certain ways that allow them to go deeper down the river. So you get like masts for your boat and sail for your boat, and your boat gets bigger, and you add more crew, and that's progression.
Oh,
and yeah, I mean, like, you're just going down, and like each dungeon is like unique as you go down the river. There's like the first one's like a pyramid one, and there's like a hell one, and at a certain point, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like a throwback one. It's basically got some of the enemies from 10 Million in it. Which is, it's kind of neat. Kind of cool. People who played that game would be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And they are very often reminding you that you must build a boat. It says that like all the time.
Oh, good.
And it's like, I did not actually forget that I had to build a boat. I did remember that fact, but thank you. Anyways. So I really like this game. As it's a super fun match 3 that's more dynamic than some, because it requires you to really like match like crazy.
Oh, you and your match 3s.
And the other thing about it is that you can't, I mean, like sometimes you have to just match whatever you can get. But for the most part, you need to match the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
Which is part of what I find so interesting about it. It's like, obviously if you're in front of a treasure chest, if you have keys to match, matching swords is a waste of a sword. You might be able to use that to kill the next enemy you find. But sometimes you don't have anything to match, and you got to just match whatever you can get to get more keys to show up.
Right.
So it's just about doing it quickly. Like, you have to quickly realize you don't have any keys, and then just do whatever you can. And then as he's running, you can like match shields or crates to get items and things like that. I think it's surprisingly complex but simple, and I like how fast paced it is.
Yeah, totally.
So the weird thing about it is there's like all these upgrades you can buy, and when you complete a quest, you recruit a monster, and it gives you a certain amount of gold, and then you can pay resources to train that monster to become part of your team, and then that gives you a passive boost. But like it's just like all this stuff is happening, just like boom, boom, like 2% extra wand damage and like 50% extra magic damage, and bows fire 50% faster. You're like, wow, 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 and you're just like, wow, like it's just all this stuff happening, all these upgrades and everything, and then like not it doesn't necessarily show up in an appreciable way. Like, it's not always discernible that these things have happened. You just feel like you're going through the dungeon like a little bit easier because the numbers are different. But you never go like, oh wow, that upgrade really changed the way I play this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like really like incremental.
It's really incremental, and you like basically get more powerful without realizing it, which is kind of cool, but also kind of lame, because sometimes I like to have that moment of like, wow, I really am that much more powerful than I used to be.
Yeah, it sounds pretty lame. I much prefer some more, obvious jumps.
There are a couple things like that. Like certain dungeons, you find these artifacts that like make your the bow and arrow items fire faster. Which is definitely something that you will notice being different.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You can buy an artifact that allows you to teleport around the boat instead of running around it. And once your boat gets really big, that's nice to have. And that's like something that you're just like, okay, yeah, I can tell the difference here. But for the most part, it was just, it's a little bit mindless. Like I found myself not necessarily paying attention. I just buy an upgrade that costs like less than the other upgrades because I feel like I should just be get the lower ones and then get the higher ones, and it's faster to get the lower one, And then I would just go in there and match stuff, and then I'd accomplish a quest. I'd be like, "Yay, that was satisfying." Except for like certain things, there's like this one enemy that I couldn't hit him with swords. I had to just match wands. That was like the only time I ever did anything different. And like when I was in the dungeon where there were a lot of those, I upgraded my wand a lot. And so I don't know. It was like there's not like a whole bunch of, you don't have to like ever like rework your entire strategy. You can just kind of brute force it for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for that one situation I kind of had to adjust because it was giving me some trouble. I'd like to see that happen maybe a little bit more, but if they do that too much, it would have been frustrating. because right now it's just like kind of a fun. It's on iOS and PC.
Okay.
Right now it's kind of just like a fun iOS game, like 2 quick runs when you're on the toilet or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that seems like a good application for that game. But I also, I mean, I love that game. I love the first game, so I found myself just sitting down and playing it. But for most people, yeah, solid toilet game.
Sweet.
They also have a New Game Plus feature in there that's like not really a New Game Plus feature. So like basically I went in after I'd beaten the game, I was on my boat again, and some guy was like, hey, you want to start over with like a higher difficulty? And I was like, cool, maybe I'll carry some of my stuff over. It's like, nope, you just start at the beginning, and it's slightly more difficult. But I've at about halfway through the second playthrough.
Yeah.
And I haven't really noticed a huge spike in difficulty or anything. So, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to keep some of my stuff, because it seems like there are the monsters you can recruit. You get them naturally through doing quests, but there's also a couple of hidden ones.
Okay.
Like I got one. There's a guy who keeps an encyclopedia of like the dungeon modifiers, because the dungeon will have modifiers. The harder it gets, like the farther you go down in the dungeon, it'll have modifiers like these enemies are really fast, they'll attack more often, or these chests are harder to unlock, or these chests are full of more gold, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
He even keeps a, hey, Pincho, stop it.
He can't.
Hey.
He can't stop.
So it keeps an encyclopedia of like all the modifiers and monsters and stuff like that. And if you have enough entries into that journal and you talk to him, some monster will be like, hey, you've got a nice encyclopedia, let me join your party. And there's another one. Oh, like I had like a certain amount of gold at once. I don't remember how much. And he was like, wow, you're really rich. I'm going to join your party. And I think there's at least like 2 or 3 other hidden ones that I kind of wanted to go and look for to see if that made a difference at all. But it didn't matter because I had already beaten the game.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like part of me wanted to stay and go find those guys, and part of me wanted to just start again. I'm kind of glad I started again, because I think that game is fun. It's just fun to play. But overall, it's just like the game's kind of cheesy. Like maybe in a good way. Like maybe it's like very intentional and deliberate. But
it probably is.
It's a constant reminder that you must build a boat, and then like you finish a dungeon, you're like, time to go down the river, and then like the boat, you raise the anchor, and then the boat like lurches forward, and everyone on your boat jumps at the same time, and it just looks really goofy.
It's a little weird.
It's all super like crude sprites and stuff, because I'm pretty sure it's made by one guy. So he did what he fucking could. Okay.
Hey man, yeah.
So it looks. It's a crude 2D game, kind of not necessarily reminiscent of a particular like 8-bit style or something like that.
Sure,
but
yeah.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
I like that game. It's like $3 on iOS. You get it on Steam for like $5. It's on sale as part of the Steam sale that's happening right now, and I think it may have even gone on like better sale that dropped it like basically to $3.
Sweet.
So I would encourage people to get the iOS version, because that just makes sense. But the PC version is perfectly good.
Yeah. Well, sweet, man.
Yeah, I like that game. I was happy. I was actually looking forward to it coming out. I've been following the guy on Twitter and like waiting. And I even sent him a tweet. Well, he was like, "Hey, are there any journalists who want to play You Must Build a Boat?" And I was like,
"Yes."
I was like, "Hey, Bear vs. Band, we love video games and we love boats. What a coincidence!" But I think I missed the cutoff.
Oh, that sucks.
I think he was kind of done sending out codes at that point.
Damn.
Oh well, I bought it for $3. Joke's on him. I bought your game anyways.
Damn.
And you want to tell me about a game that you somehow had time to play while you were on vacation?
Yes.
Okay. Begin. You may.
What do I want to talk about? I played. I brought my Vita on vacation.
What is that?
It's Sony's legacy handheld platform. Because nobody talks about it anymore.
Right, that doesn't make any sense, because if they had a handheld platform, they would have talked about it at E3.
Like I said, legacy hardware. It's old shit.
Well, actually, you will be able to play World of Final Fantasy on it. Whatever the fuck that is.
Who knows? Anywho.
I don't think Square Enix is kind of like, guys, what the fuck is this game?
Yeah. Anyway, I played Final Fantasy 9. A little bit.
On
my Vita.
In your Vita. Cool.
In my
I know you really like that game.
It's on my 3x3. That's
Well, maybe you don't really love that game then.
Nah.
Because so far...
Nah, I still do. I still think that game is really great.
Okay.
The whole...
See about that.
The whole...
That's what you said about Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm just saying.
Hey, man, don't do that.
Hey, quick Metal Gear Solid question.
Yeah, I have an answer probably.
I never played Metal Gear Solid 3 more than, like, 3 hours.
Okay.
If I just played Metal Gear Solid 4, would that be, like, totally fucked up?
I mean, there's, like, some stuff about Big Blob
Big Blob
that gets explained. But it's mostly backstory stuff.
I know a lot of stuff about that happens in that game, like a lot of the big events.
Yeah, you're probably
with,
fine.
like the boss and stuff.
Yeah, you're probably fine. MGS4 is mostly about wrapping up stuff from after MGS2.
Oh, sweet! MGS2 is my favorite, even though I don't remember it that well.
Yeah,
because it was a long time ago. I played it like when the first MGS collection came out. This one for PS2.
Yeah, I remember that. I did that, I think.
I had to buy a PS1 memory card so I could play Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Totally worth it.
That was fucked. I think I had to...
Totally worth it.
I think I had to do that, too, actually, now that you mention it.
Because you threw it... At a certain point, you just go, well, I don't need this shit anymore, and just throw out all of your certain gaming stuff.
Yeah, that's just what happens.
And then you're like... And then you woke up one day, and you're like, fuck, I'm a retro gamer. Shit! Where'd I sell my stuff? I gotta go buy all my stuff back.
That's what I did. Anywho, yeah, Final Fantasy IX is really good. I probably put in like maybe 10 hours, which is like.
So you're like 1/12 of the way through the game?
No, Final Fantasy IX isn't that long. It's long.
Okay, I don't actually know. I never played a PS1 Final Fantasy
here, let's
game.
go to your favorite website.
Oh yeah, we're going to youtube.com/Taylor Swift Vivo.
No.
Oh, I love that website though.
It's your other favorite website.
tap-titans.wikia.com.
No.
I go to my third favorite website, howlongtobeat.com.
This the one. This says...
That's a pretty good website.
This says main story is 43 and a half.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
I think I usually clock in around 50. So I'm like a fifth of the way through the game. Which is like past disc 1.
Even though you've already played the game, you still routinely put 50 hours into it?
I like to grind abilities every time.
I hear you.
So
it's just, when I play Final Fantasy V, I always spend like at least 5 hours in the basement of the castle in the beginning of the second world, just using gold needles on those enemies.
Yep.
And I'm like, I have a fucking problem. Like, I know I don't need to do this. I seriously waste so much time doing that every time I play the game.
Also, like, I always spend a shitload of time fighting the dogs outside of that one village after you can get second level spells.
In which game?
Final Fantasy V.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that. Anyway, yeah, Final Fantasy IX is good. If you never played it, it's better than 7.
How do you know?
I never played 7.
Never played 7.
Never played 7.
Is it better than 8?
Yes. Oh, definitely yes. It's just really, it's a solid Final Fantasy. People don't like it for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I don't. What are you saying that based on?
That's shit that I've heard. You know, rumblings around the internet. people just...
Yeah, we are pretty in tune with what's happening in the world of video games.
It's true.
So.
It's true. It's like not people's... It's not usually anywhere near the top in most people's, like, these are the best Final Fantasies. Which is sad, because that's my favorite one. But yeah, no, I played a bunch of that. It's same shit.
Is it your favorite Final Fantasy?
Yeah,
like ever.
Yeah, that's the one. I like 4 a lot, but it's definitely number 2. Anyway, that's, I don't know, Final Fantasy 9. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna write about it, and I'm gonna all the other things that I promise you and never do.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
I look forward to it.
Okay, good.
One of many hour RPGs on your
on my 3x3.
3x3.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But that's just us. I realize that we're, despite what we may tell ourselves, we're still obsessed with Japanese games.
I love Japanese games.
Considering people will listen to the E3 cast before this, correct? Well, they'll be able to listen to it before this.
Probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're just like, oh, these games are cool, but look at that game with all the Japanese anime characters in. That one looks awesome. And the legitimate, like, the sound of your voice while we were discussing Yokai Watch.
I was so excited.
And it's like, Jesus, we are really, like... I'm so... Japanese.
I am. I'm so into Yokai Watch. It's not even funny.
Is it based on a TV show?
It might be. I think it's an anime.
Honestly, I looked at, like, some of the gameplay trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of looks fun.
Yeah, right?
It also looks, like, so goofy.
I'm super excited for Goofy. And then, speaking of anime E3 games, fucking Genin Ubu Roku X.
That's what I'm talking. That's the one that we were just like.
I'm like, that's it.
Freaking out.
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Genbin Imbin Roku. They actually, on the Nintendo live stream that they've been doing, they showed gameplay.
What?
Yeah,
I missed it.
Hopefully, Nintendo will put that on their YouTube channel.
Shit. I wanted to watch that.
They usually put up a lot of the highlights or like the segments on their YouTube channel, like maybe a couple days after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be there eventually. Like they already have them playing Super Mario Maker and Star Fox Zero.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they played a bunch of different games. All the games that they usually like go hands on this stream. That's what they did last year with like the games they have at E3, which is really cool.
They put both of these Treehouse streams on YouTube, all like 8 hours of them. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're just on here in their entirety.
Oh, I thought that was just like the placeholder for the live show, and if you missed it, F you.
No, these are 8-hour videos I'm looking at right now.
Oh, they also played... Oh, shit, that's awesome. I know what I'm doing for the next 16 hours.
J2 LBX Little Battlers Experience.
They also played... what's the name of that game?
Oh, here's the segment of Genin Ibn Roku #FE.
All right, watch it later.
All right, we can't talk about E3 stuff because we spent like fucking 4 hours talking about E3 stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Can I talk about another game that I actually want to talk about instead of just being like, I played this?
Can I tell you about a game first?
I guess.
Okay. I played The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited.
I'm sorry.
Despite my best efforts not to.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was a victim of peer pressure this past week.
That's a bummer.
I was at work one day, and I got a message from my friends I play Xbox with, and they simply said, hey, if we were to play Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited, which faction would you want to be a part of? And I'm like...
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, keep in mind that one of these people once texted me, and they said... Or no, it wasn't him.
Mm-hmm.
It was his roommate at the time. He texted me... Or, he called me on the phone, and he asked me if I liked lobster... And I told him not really. And when I came home, I found that they had a pet lobster in the bathtub.
What happened to the lobster?
Oh, Maurice passed away tragically.
Did he?
I think it was the minerals in the water, because they did add salt, because you know how much lobsters love salt water. But I think because it was tap water, it had minerals and chlorine and fluorine in it and whatever. And
Yeah.
Maurice wasn't really down with that. He died.
Lobsters do way better in the fridge than they do.
Really?
Yeah. We keep
But we even took him on walks.
That's probably why he died. Like, just saying.
Well, we didn't even eat him or nothing.
That's sad.
Hey, so sometimes these guys ask me weird questions. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, okay.
And so they asked me what faction I want to be a part of, and I got really concerned. But I was working, so I was too busy to like really think about it. Mm-hmm. And then like not too long after that, I got a message that just said, "Hey, we just both bought The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited." And I'm like, "Fuck. Now I got to buy this game." And then
yeah, okay, but you don't though. Like you didn't have to.
I didn't have to.
You could have like just been like, "Nah, man, that ain't me."
I was kind of interested in it though.
Okay, fair.
I wasn't $60 interested, but I was kind of interested in it because I really think that The Elder Scrolls is a super great fantasy world.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like the races and the locations are super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be lying if I said like I straight up like didn't want the game at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't interested in just like dropping the money on it in that moment.
Right.
And then it just got worse from there. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well, I like buying games digitally because I have to install it anyways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But not only does... Okay, so we talked a little while ago about how The Elder Scrolls Unlimited... The Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited, they had a pre-order bonus. Where you pre-ordered the game, you got something called the Explorers Pack that allowed you to remove the faction and race limitation.
Uh-oh. You did it, didn't you?
Well, it was already out at this point.
Oh.
This was like last Saturday.
Okay.
So it came out last Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Or a week ago from Tuesday. And so the way they did that, it wasn't like when you pre-ordered at GameStop, they gave you a code on your receipt, like they sometimes do. It was just first printings of this game come with an Explorers Pack code.
Oh, neat.
So those still existed.
Yep.
Those are actually rather common, as it was only 4 days after the game came out. But if I wanted to get that Explorers Pack in a digital form, I was going to have to buy the $100 digital deluxe edition.
Nope.
That came with other stuff.
Nope.
Like the ability to play as an Imperial and get a white Imperial Warhorse or something. Sure. But $100 digital edition, Ryan. And there was an $80 one, the Imperial edition, that didn't come with the Explorers Pack. So it's like, well, all right, well, I guess I'm going to GameStop then.
Motherfuckers.
Fuck me, right?
Yes, fuck you, exactly.
I really just wanted to get the digital edition, but given the circumstances, I was going to miss out on the Explorers Pack.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, and I really wonder... No, I don't think they could have planned that.
They must have...
Could?
They must have planned that.
No, because they make more money on the digital edition, so they want me to buy the digital edition, right? They don't have to pay GameStop any money to sell it.
Maybe.
And they don't have to pay for the printing of the disc. That makes sense, right? I'm making sense.
You're at least speaking English.
Oh, so you'd think that Bethesda wants me to buy the disc? They make more money on me buying the disc? After they've printed the disc and sold it to GameStop for less money instead of just having Microsoft distribute it digitally?
Yeah, but that all hinges on whether or not they get more of a cut with GameStop or with Microsoft.
But either way, they're not printing a disc.
Yeah, but... Okay, so super simple math time. If they sell... each copy that they sell to GameStop... they sell them for $30, and they need like
theoretically
$2 to print it. That's $32. But if they want to sell it to Microsoft for $30, but Microsoft wants a $5 cut. All of a sudden, they're left with less money.
Except Microsoft is paying a couple of people to manage the servers instead of somebody paying for the gas to drive the trucks full of Elder Scrolls games to different GameStops and then paying people there
No, but
a certain amount of money an hour to stock and sell the games.
yeah, but like you're just assuming that it costs more to sell a physical good than a digital good.
I would say that gas costs more than bandwidth.
That doesn't mean that Microsoft isn't going to charge them more for digital stuff.
Yeah, we don't. That's a thing. Like Microsoft just be like, yeah, you want to distribute digitally? Well, then we're taking 80%. Then yeah, obviously.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
I'm under the impression that since people are leaning digital, I've always been under the impression that digital costs less for the producer.
Probably.
So they would prefer that we do it that way. And I'd prefer I do it that way too, because I don't want to switch discs all the goddamn time, and I have to have it installed anyways. But it just wasn't an option. But actually, I'm not glad I had to buy the physical edition, but the physical edition has a reversible cover. So
awesome,
fucking sweet, right?
So awesome.
Games don't do that often, so I was very excited to see that, and it actually looks pretty cool. Ryan, why are you being a fucker?
I'm a fucker.
Although I did just realize that, so there's like two different covers that you can like put on the front, so it's like reversible.
Yes.
I just realized that one of them, the less cool one in my opinion, on the top of it says "Disc Made in Mexico," but upside down.
That's funny.
But that's okay. I used the cool one on my cover, and actually it looks pretty neat. But yeah, I'm pretty early into that game. It seems okay. It plays like, it's more actiony than your average MMO. But it's still very simple. It's like you're using skills and just kind of hitting right trigger. Especially because we're 3-manning solo content, so we're just beating the crap out of every single thing.
Oh yeah.
But I made a Nord Dragon Knight, and I run around with a 2-handed sword, killing things. Like right now, I don't really know anything about what's good with that game. So I'm just like being like, you know what's cool? Like having a 2-handed sword and killing dudes. I have like a scorpion get over here chain.
Yeah.
Like a flaming death grip dudes, which is really annoying when playing in a group, I'm sure. Because they're melee as well, so then we all run over to something and I just yank it out of their range of attack.
Yeah.
So I don't do that often.
Oh.
But it seems okay right now. And so like here's a weird thing about this game though. I have to note, and I haven't played it enough to really talk too much about it.
Okay.
But, it's got a little bit of that WildStar thing going on.
Like you move
where like enemies will be like, I'm about to like explode fire in this area, and it's like a red circle on the ground. So it's like, you should leave this circle. Which I think is I've always thought is really a good idea. Right. Instead of like, you're fighting an enemy in WoW and you see him like charging an attack that says like, it's called like big explosion, and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? This is completely meaningless. Those are just words.
You move.
Well, yeah, but you don't know how far you're supposed to move, or like you have to get behind something, or this is very like, if you're in the red circle, you're gonna take damage. All right. In no uncertain terms, don't be in the fucking red circle.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I like that. And so when I played Skyrim, one of my favorite games ever, probably. I always played in first person because I thought that game was just better in first person, and the Elder Scrolls I just always thought as being like that first person RPG. So I was like, okay, well of course I'm gonna play in first person.
I played in third person a lot, but that's just me.
I heard people say that aiming magic is easier in third person.
I find aiming anything in that game is easier third person.
Oh, I never had any problems with that. But I don't like hate people for doing it, but I always thought first person was the way to go.
Sure.
in this game, I can't play this game in first person.
Really?
Mostly because I can't see the red circles.
That's interesting.
I don't know how anyone can play this game in first person. Mm-hmm. So I always play in third person. It looks just fine. I get to see my Nord and his sick flow and his awesome beard.
Yeah.
So like I'm okay with it. I'm actually I'm quite enjoying the game.
Awesome.
But some of it is like really just like here's a quest and they tell you where to go and then you do it and you're like that was fun, I guess. But like I said, we're just tearing through content because we're 3-manning solo content.
Right. Yeah. That usually. Yeah.
One time we went into a portal to this Raven dimension or something. And then we found a green ghost man in a cave. Oh, no, sorry, he was a purple ghost man in a cave. And he like we tried like 2 of us because we thought it was going to be just a regular ass fight, and he beat the crap out of us. And then we swore to seek revenge, and that was pretty fun. Like, we actually, like, coordinated a little bit, and because he was, like, really tough.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Really tough.
So good. I bet there's some endgame content and, like, dungeon group type stuff. Pincho, god damn it, man. I'm trying to podcast here. Hold his mouth shut.
I can't.
Why not?
Because he's nowhere near me.
Come here, buddy. Yeah, the game seems good.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like, holy shit, game of the year, no one's ever going to play WoW again, because this MMO exists. But, like, it seems cool. And it works on, it totally works on console.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty not... Right now, I don't think it was the worst decision I've ever made. Which is not saying very much, but...
No.
I'll update everybody about that, because once I played it more.
Alright, cool.
Tell you about another game you played that you liked.
I want to talk about Lifeline.
Oh, shit. Okay. Lifeline spoilers time. This is the Lifeline spoiler cast.
Oh, yeah, that's real life.
Okay, so you sent me a text message, and you basically explained to me, and I thought this was incredible. You basically are just like, hey, Taylor died because he was kind of being a bitch.
Yep.
And you refused to go back because... You were just afraid he's gonna like bitch out again.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't deserve to live because you're such a bitch, basically.
So I ended up writing about this game on bearvsman.com.
Is it up already?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Posted June 8th. I posted it 10 days ago. Anyway.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. I'm stupid.
That's fine. So it's definitely like not a game. Like I've decided it's not a game.
It's probably not a game.
Yeah, so it's a book. They tricked me into reading a book.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
I know, I hate reading. But it was a really interesting book, and the presentation of like telling a narrative through, you know, instant message client kind of thing was...
Did you interpret that he was typing you messages or he was speaking them and they were just getting sent to you that way?
I'm assuming he had to have been speaking them just because of like he would be like fucking walking somewhere and like he'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm falling down a cliff." Like I'm assuming I'm assuming he was like just narrating, and then his future space technology was sending text messages through space.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed, too.
But yeah, Lifeline is great if you want to read a story over the course of 7 days or so, assuming you don't fuck up.
I believe it's an extremely unique storytelling experience.
Yes. It's neat because it like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, right? Because you played it. But like it take place in real time. But you know, he'll be like the parts where like I almost disengaged with like the storytelling was where he's like, I need a decision on this quick, and I'm like, I can't do this right now. I'm busy.
And then he just waited indefinitely for you.
And he's like, oh shit, I heard a bump in the night. What do I do? And then I'm like, well, I'm at work, so I'm gonna need you to hold off for like 4 to 5 hours. And
but that,
you know,
that just exists so that game is playable. If it was actually like real time on your side too, it would be fucked.
I justified it in my own head that wherever he was like time worked differently because he was
That's kind of I guess what I was thinking
because he was in a weird part of space, and for whatever reason time works differently, and that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed Lifeline. I highly recommend that if you're gonna go through this, don't go back and play it again after he dies. I guess unless he dies really early on.
What I would say about that is like use your discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't treat it like a game that you're supposed to beat.
Right.
But if you're unsatisfied with the story, like you're like really engaged in the story, and you're like, no, fuck that. I think you should. I think it's worth going back.
I almost went back, but I would have to have started that whole day over.
Yeah, I got to say. So here's
like,
what happened to me.
Yeah.
As I was playing Lifeline 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I eventually just stopped, like literally in the middle of like a climactic event.
Really?
Yeah. So what happened was,
Spoilers?
no, I'm not going to really get too specific about it. Although I do want you to tell me what happened in your story.
Okay. Yeah.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what happened was the stuff was happening too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just I didn't have a chance to put the phone down. Like I woke up in the morning one time and he just like was constantly being like, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and like he wouldn't even just like continue to read to me. It would be shit like he was in this place and then like all this stuff, weird stuff was happening, and he was just like, oh my god, and I had to be like, oh my god, what's happening, are you okay, or are you okay?
Yeah.
And then like
That happened a lot to me too.
Holy shit, you're not gonna believe what I'm seeing right now. Oh my god, what happened? Or are you okay? And it did that like 4 times in a row. It's just like, just tell me what the fuck is going on before I break my phone in half.
I did not enjoy that part. That happened to me as well.
And then I got to a part, like I literally at a part right now, picking my phone right now, I get to like a climactic event where he may be able to get rescued. But probably not.
You might be in the part that I was in, and then he ultimately decided to kill himself. So,
what?
That's a harsh way to put what happened. He let himself die. Is what actually happened
when he ran into the suit guys. Yeah. I got past that part. I got them to go outside to meet the ship.
Oh, really?
But that's where I stopped. Basically, what was pissing me off is that I realized that if he died, I had no idea how far I was going to have to go back to save him.
It made me go all the way back. It basically makes you go back to dawn of every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Those were all of my options.
I think if he dies, you just scroll up to a certain decision and tap it, and it'll say, "Do you want to rewind to this point?"
I don't know. I didn't.
That's what I did when he died overnight. The first time I played,
yeah,
I was able to just go back to that one decision. I told him to sleep by the radiator instead, of the engine.
Yeah, right.
Because I just scrolled up, I tapped that decision that killed him. It said, "Do you want to restart from here?" I said yes, and I picked the right one. So like, I was just going. Like, I just realized that I was gonna. I didn't know how many decisions I was gonna have to go back to keep him alive.
Right.
Because I didn't know, like, there's got to be somewhere, like, there's got to be some way he doesn't die in this mountain. But do I have to, like, I don't, he can still go to the mountain. I don't have to go back that far. I have to figure out where it splits that he cannot die. And I get frustrated by thinking about that.
Right.
And then I just got really frustrated by him, like, clickbaiting me.
That does happen.
Instead of him just telling me what the F was going on.
Yeah. Which is funny because you already paid the money and you already downloaded the game, so they don't really need to do that.
Yeah, and it's all happening at once. Like, it was the events were happening so quickly. For a second, I thought I had accidentally engaged like fast mode.
Yeah, but
as if they'd like disabled the waiting, but that's just how the story was written, and I was getting really frustrated by it because I was like, I just woke up in the morning and I like had to work later, and just like I don't have hours to sit here and play Lifeline in my bed.
Right. Yeah.
So I just like turned it off, and then like I didn't ever pick it up again.
That one final scene where like shit that I was in, that shit just like kept happening over and over and over. I did play it over the course of a few days.
Do you think that scene's actually like the final scene? Like it's either he dies or he escapes in that moment?
I think there's more days.
I hope there's more days. I seriously just want that game to go on longer. I want there to be more of him walking and asking what to do. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Just like I go to work and he starts walking across this moon and then he's like, hey, what do I do now? And I was like, hold on a second, I'm working. Okay, do this. And he's like, okay, BRB.
Those are... I think that game blew its load too fast in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a much more interesting story if the survival-y parts were more emphasized.
Yeah.
Because those are my favorite parts, too, where he'd be like, should I sleep by this radiator that's really hot? Or that's really,
Radiated?
Irradiated? Or, yeah. And some more of that stuff would have been really cool.
My favorite elements of that game were the stuff like I found the pain pills and they remembered that forever, and like I got him to hurt his arm and then he wanted to take the pain pills.
Yeah.
Those are like really cool, like consistent things like that lasted throughout this story that I thought were cool, but I didn't know like how long or how much that mattered. That's what really bothered me. I talked about that when we first talked about it, but like I didn't know how much my decisions were making a difference. So either you and I made all the same decisions, or you just always go to that goddamn mountain no matter what, and nothing else matters. And that like is a little bit upsetting. Like I'd hope that there's like some other crazy ways we could go where we just like walk in the opposite direction and we eventually find a way off. Mm-hmm. Another way that doesn't require going to the mountain.
I mean,
because that's like my worst fear is like that game is just linear.
It is. It has to be. That guy is telling a story, and it's just like a means to an end.
Well, I just would hope that there'd be multiple endings to go down.
I mean, there probably are, but it's like they're probably not as wide as you want them to be.
Well, I think of like a game like Mass Effect or something where there's lots of like things that branch, but they eventually come back and then split like one of two ways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like you can go all these different directions, and you make all these different decisions, and you can be like, no, I want to cure the genophage and what all that stuff, and then like eventually it just all comes back to you're fighting the final boss, and now you get good ending or bad ending.
Right.
And I like to think that there's like multiple ways for Taylor to escape the moon, depending on which way you go and which way you do it. Like, if I had just gotten him to just run for the mountains screaming, eventually he'd be able to find a different way off.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I don't know.
It would have taken me, like, days to potentially find that.
Taylor just let himself die, so fuck him.
He got, like, turned?
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't care what I told him to do in that situation. I remember that back the fuck up was an option, like, 9 times out of 10. During that scenario. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's like the second option is always just back up now.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. I would encourage people to play that. It's a really cool experience. It's an iPhone game, which is like not necessarily rare, but interesting iPhone games like that are not like a dime a dozen.
Right. Yeah. No,
like I said, unique storytelling experience.
No, it's fucking cool. So that was that. Do you want to take a break?
Most def, dude.
All right, cool.
Hey, Stan, what's going on, man? Hey, you trying to buy something right now?
Hi, hello. I was just on your website, and I can't find the thing I want to buy.
What do you? That's impossible. What are you trying to buy?
It's
here at Amazon.com. We have literally everything. That's the slogan.
I was hoping to purchase a small elephant.
So
doll.
I understand, Stan. I understand that at Amazon we have everything from A to Z, which is why we have an arrow underneath our name. It's not a smiley face. It's an arrow.
It's an arrow.
From the A to the Z.
That's really smart. That was smart logo design. You guys did good.
But I'm just saying, we've got everything from A to Z. We don't have elephants, and you're really just kind of being ridiculous. I think you knew going into this that we didn't have elephants.
Listen, I run a circus. I need an elephant for the circus by Monday.
And you're telling me that you run a circus.
Yes.
And the only way you know to get circus animals is to go to Amazon.com.
Well, I needed it by Monday. I know you guys, I thought I could
All right,
ship it
well-
Prime.
Well, first of all, Prime is only two business days. You're gonna have to overnight that thing. Do you know how much an overnight elephant costs?
Hey man, it's Thursday. You got time. You guys,
Is it at what time is it?
you guys deliver on Sundays.
All right, what time is it, Stan?
It's 11:46 in the AM.
All right, well then we might be able to work something out. But if it was at like 4 o'clock, then today would count as Friday.
That's true.
I'm just being realistic with you, Stan.
I'm just looking. How about just like a robot elephant?
We might be able to do that actually.
I bet.
Let me check with one of my suppliers.
I also need 8 feet of rope,
That is something we can actually do.
a bicycle, a kayak.
Yeah, we can do that too. I don't know if we ship those. Really, yeah, honestly, Stan, I just started here. I don't know anything about Amazon.com.
Jesus.
I just know we don't have elephants.
Uh,
And they told me the thing about the logo.
A watch.
You're like, we got watches.
An Applebee's gift card.
Do we do that?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
A bicycle pump.
Definitely got that. Are you gonna take the elephant to Applebee's?
Yes. We're doing.
All right, cool.
We're doing a special Applebee's themed show this year. But I also need a light.
Like a light bulb?
Nope, just a light.
Okay, well, here at Amazon.com, we can help with about 65% of what you just asked for because the other 35 was totally unreasonable.
All right, fair enough.
Amazon.com. We
Amazon.
have everything from A to Z.
Unless it's ridiculous.
Okay, we're back. We're gonna talk about a
Wait.
last couple of video games.
I don't want to be back
What?
yet.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just joshing.
Oh, all right. I thought you were really not gonna be back.
Nah, man. It's all good.
So I got a quick video I want to talk about. I know you got a quick video game you want to talk about, and we got a little bit of news to touch upon.
Impossible.
Even though it's like E3 Central. We probably missed some news last week. I wasn't really looking because Ryan was away. And like
Last week didn't happen for anybody.
honestly, man, just like news has no meaning without you, man.
I know. I do love the news.
I just like look at the news. I'm just like, what's the point? Like Ryan's not even here.
Ryan's not here. Ryan's not here.
Bullshit.
Ryan's not here to not give a shit about the news. So fuck it.
So we're gonna talk about the Steam sale in the news section.
Yeah.
But as part of the Steam sale, I found this game that was 99 cents.
Oh really?
And it's called One Way Heroics. I think right now it's even like 69 cents. It's like
Whoa.
on super sale. Yes, 69 cents. It normally costs $3.50. And it's like a Japanese roguelike.
Here are those Japan games again.
Well, I don't actually know if it's from Japan, but it plays a little bit more like a JRPG than your average roguelike.
That's exciting to me.
It's called One Way Heroics, which I can never remember the name of it. I don't know why. I just, like, for the longest time, I was like, what was the name of that game I played? Something. I always wanted to call it Half Minute Hero, which is a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me want to play Half Minute Hero. It's almost reminiscent of it.
Is this a phone game?
I don't think it might be, but I played it on Steam.
Yeah. Okay.
So you pick a character class, you pick some like bonuses, and you just get put in this world, and they tell you that you have to like travel for 400 meters, and then the demon lord will appear or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you run across the map, and like every step you take, the darkness gets a little bit closer. So like the map is scrolling across the world.
Okay.
And you encounter enemies and find dungeons and towns in the open world, and just like fight enemies and level up, and you get abilities and find items.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not really breaking the mold with any of this stuff, but I find it to be a little bit more accessible than like some of those really old-fashioned roguelikes, and I like that this one feels a little bit more. It's got kind of like a JRPG twist. It makes a little bit more sense to me because I play like mostly like Japanese and Asian role-playing games.
Yes.
I think the game it surprised me a lot. I thought it was going to just be kind of dumb. I wanted playing it, like sitting down and playing for like 3 hours straight. I was just like totally fell into it.
Interesting.
And then you can unlock new classes and stuff like that. And every time you also save your game and like reload it if you die, which is kind of cool. But you find yourself like, save points are still a precious resource.
Yeah.
It's not just like you can quick save and like just like load state or anything like that. So there's still like that element of permadeath, the persistent permadeath. But there's also the thing I like about it. I think every roguelike game should have some kind of inheritance system where each run like matters a little bit.
Yeah, so
it's not just like a high score run. It's like every run makes you a little bit better.
Yeah.
So not only are you unlocking new classes, you're gonna get hero points to unlock new abilities to give your characters when they start, and you can also get like the hero vault or something like that, and you can save items from your playthroughs to use in your next playthrough.
That sounds pretty cool.
And including if you beat the final boss, you beat the Demon Lord, you get the Demon Lord's heart or the Dark Lord's heart, and it just gives you like 5 levels when you use it. So you can start your next run 5 levels up if you beat it the last time you played it.
That sounds awesome.
So it's kind of it's not. I mean, you also crank up the difficulty. They have like daily challenges, and but mostly it's just worlds generated by seed words.
Okay.
So like if I said, dude, Ryan, world XQ135 is super tough. You should try it out. You could just type, I want to start XQ135, and then you could try out my world.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually really neat. Super neat game for 99 cents that I bought on Steam. I haven't played it since the first time I picked it up, but like I said, I was like entranced by it, and I just played it for like 3 straight hours. I was pleasantly surprised. I like that game a lot. But that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's cool. It's a cool game.
Yeah, all right.
It's a cool little thing.
Sick.
Now, tell me about the Lifetime original movie that you're starring in. Is it called Deadly Adoption?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
With Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig, they like stealth released a Lifetime original movie.
No, I had no idea.
Oh man, I'll show you the trailer sometime.
Okay. Anyway, I played a lot of Hearthstone in the past few days.
Are you ranked 20 in ranked play?
I'm rank 15, I think.
Holy chips.
No.
That's a lot of ranked play.
17.
No, that's not as much ranked play as I thought it was.
No. But yeah, I also finished all of Blackrock Mountain, which was fun.
Did you get a lot of dope cards?
Yeah. They had some cool cards in there.
How many of the cards that when you received them you said like, damn, I gotta put this in my deck right now?
None.
That's not good.
None.
Not necessarily good, Ryan.
I like the decks that I have. They're good.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. But
what's your best deck?
I have a deck. I have a Paladin deck that I've been using for a really long time that I like.
I think I remember you telling me about that once.
Yeah, I've only changed it a couple of times, and it usually does pretty well.
The only deck I had that was ever worth shit was like a zoo lock deck.
Yeah,
that's like so outdated now. But when I won with that deck, it was like crushing.
I'll play a zoo when I need to I want to bang out ranked play in 30 minutes.
Word.
And I can just win 5 matches in a row and fucking good.
Get that summoning portal out and just start health tapping or whatever.
But yeah, I want to see how you feel about $9.99 hero art
per each one.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yep.
That is the most upsetting thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's so much money.
That's way too much money.
I bought two.
$10.
I bought two.
I thought there was only one of them.
There's 3 of them.
Which ones are they?
Magni for the warrior.
Magni Bronzebeard. The King of Ironforge.
Medivh for mage. and
The guy turns into a bird.
yes, and Illyria Windrunner for Hunter.
Is she a human?
No, she's a night elf.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Nelves, dude. I hate Nelves.
So I fucking hate Garrosh because he's a little bitch, and I fucking hate Jaina Proudmoore because she's a little bitch. So I'm like,
Not
well,
in the same way, really.
not at all. But yeah.
I seriously... I won't go into depth here, but I hate Jaina Proudmoore more than people hate most things.
Yeah, so I don't hate her that much, but I still don't like her. So I'm like, well, I'll give them $20 so I never have to look at them again, which doesn't end up being true.
Because the enemies still play as them?
Well, there's that, and then also, like, I was doing the class challenges, and even though I set, because Hearthstone's like, oh, do you want to set Medivh as your favorite mage? And I'm like, oh yeah, I totally do. And I kind of assumed that would like make it so that anytime I had to be a mage,
I see where this story's going.
yeah, that's not how it works. I don't know why you can set a favorite hero, but yeah. So I have those now.
That's the worst. So you're paying $10 to not even... No, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
The $10 is too much, and then sometimes you don't even get to play as them.
That's only in very specific scenarios.
Yeah, but they should make it, if you're paying $10, you should always get to play as them. There are not that many scenarios to play out in that game.
No. But when you buy them, they're golden already. That's cool.
No, it's kind of not.
No,
Because when you see someone with a golden hero, you're like, wow, they play that guy a lot. They're dedicated to this game. When you see someone with a golden Medivh, you're just like, oh, that guy paid $10.
Well, granted, you could do that with a regular Medivh. But anyway, yeah, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucked big butts.
Yeah, that's stupid, but it seems like a pretty easy way for them to just like put that in and like, hey, if you want to do this, give us $10. If you don't want to do it, then nothing. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's like,
at least it doesn't like change hero powers or stuff like that. Where then it's like, well, shit.
No, you kind of have to buy them.
Yeah,
yeah, that is better. But also, if they just charge if they change hero powers and then charge $10 for all of them,
yeah,
that'd be different.
Yeah, I'm hoping one day they have a Hearthstone sale. And then I'll be like, well, okay.
Yeah, I think that selling cosmetic stuff in these games are really the only way to go. Because if you sell gameplay stuff, that's fucked completely. So maybe this is for the best.
Maybe.
But it just kind of seems like shitty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they also added a new mode.
What's it called?
Tavern Brawl.
That sounds cool.
So the idea is every week they're gonna give you a new challenge to do.
Like you can't play monster cards. That'd be a challenge.
That could be one. Yeah,
that would be a challenge.
Everybody would play a mage or a warrior,
and then if you went first, you would win.
Yeah. So with that, this week they're giving you 2 pre-constructed decks, and when you boot into Tavern Brawl, you either get to play as Nefarian or Ragnaros, and then you get a pre-constructed deck, and you have to beat your opponent.
Is it a real opponent?
Yes.
And do they get the same choice as you do?
You don't get a choice. You are randomly selected to be either Ragnaros or Nefarian.
Why Ragnaros and Nefarian?
I think it has something to do with Blackrock Mountain lore that I'm not familiar with.
Like Nefarian, like the son of Deathwing? Nefarian?
Sure. I don't...
The guy with the turban?
No, that's what's his fucking name? Rathion.
Rathion. Yeah, I'm stupid. Who's Nefarian?
Some guy in Blackrock Mountain. I don't know.
Oh, one of those Blackrock Mountain guys.
One of those Black Croc Mountain guys.
One of them there Blackrock Mountain dudes.
Yeah. So anyway, I played as Nefarian and I won, and apparently Nefarian always wins because Ragnaros' deck is terrible. So.
Hearthstone, fair and balanced, like Fox News.
Yeah. I think this is a really poor one to lead off with. It doesn't really highlight how cool this mode is. Because there's also, like, they'll give you, like, a theme where you get to actually make a deck. And I think that's way cooler.
Kind of like the arena?
Yeah,
or you actually make a deck from, like, all your cards.
You make a deck out of your cards. You don't get given selections.
I don't like that.
No, I fucking love it.
I believe in, especially in a game where you can just buy card packs with real money, and you can just become, if you're a whale, you just have better cards than everyone else. I believe in leveling the playing field as much as possible.
No, I don't. I disagree entirely.
Yeah, that's because you spend a lot of money on card packs.
Yeah, so what?
That's why you want to be able to use all your legendary cards.
Yeah.
And I don't have legendary cards, which is why I want them to level the playing field.
No.
What you're saying is what I just said doesn't make sense?
No, I just don't want that to be true. I like it the way it is.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know, but I like it the way it is.
Well, I mean, obviously the regular game, the game mode has to be the way it is now. But I would say my favorite tavern brawls would be the ones where I don't have to use my own cards because my cards suck. But I also haven't played Hearthstone in like over a year.
Yeah,
so.
You don't care about Hearthstone.
I do care about Hearthstone. I just haven't played in over a year.
No. Anyway, yeah, Hearthstone. It's good. I like it.
I like it too. I think it's good. I just haven't played it in over a year.
Do we have news? Do you want to talk about news?
Oh, yeah, we got some news. There is a news.
Okay.
I actually have some breaking Amiibo news from the E3 show floor.
I like Amiibos.
You're not going to like this.
Uh-oh. What is it?
All the Amiibos exist already.
What?
At E3 they have under glass every Amiibo.
Oh yeah,
even the ones that aren't out yet.
I know.
So they're just not letting you have them.
No, they printed a few production models as previews, and they brought them to E3. I don't care about that.
But like they exist, and they're just saying like, no, you can't have these, Ryan. We have to send them to Toys R Us first.
They don't exist. You can't go steal a truck.
I'm going to show you a picture of a Gandorf amiibo, and you're going to have to dispute the fact that it does not exist.
Well, it doesn't exist.
And you're going to seem real silly.
It doesn't exist in a capacity that I can purchase it. Because no one can purchase it.
But don't you want to purchase them, though?
I've already purchased them. They're on the way.
A pre-order is not a purchase.
It sure is.
It's barely a guarantee.
I don't know. All the amiibos I pre-ordered showed up. Even the ones I forgot about.
One of these times, the amiibo truck that your pre-order is on is going to get hijacked, and they're not going to be able to send it to you.
I don't think that's true.
It happened to Splatoon shit.
Yeah, but whatever. Was that the amiibo news?
Yeah. Are your jimmies rustled?
No.
Man.
Sometimes, Nick.
Oh well, you'll probably fly off the handle about something like way less significant.
Yeah, absolutely, this. Like without question.
Like the fact that you have to go to GameStop to get a particular amiibo.
That shit always makes me irate. Fucking retail exclusive amiibos suck.
Hey, so the Steam sale is happening as we speak.
It's true.
It's actually going to go for another few days. I think it said it ends on the 23rd. So we got like 5 more days of this bitch.
It's true. I've already bought many games.
A lot of Steam.
Yeah.
So like, what games did you buy? Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's see. Like, what games did you buy? What are some good sales that you saw that you think that maybe our listeners should partake of as well?
Okay, here we go. Let me go back. Let me scroll back. Let's see. I picked up a couple of the Lego games because I've never played them, and they were cheap.
Yeah, I bought those like a couple months ago when they were super cheap. I have not played them at all. I got like the Marvel Superhero one because I heard it's got like 1 million characters in it.
Yeah, I got that.
And I thought that was kind of novel.
And I got the Star Wars one because it had like every game in it.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like $5. I'm like, yeah, okay. I also picked up Valkyria Chronicles on the PC because I heard they did a nice job with that port.
Honestly, I could have sworn you already had it.
Nope. It was $5, so I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. I like the game a lot. Let's see.
Does it have permadeath?
Fire
Emblem death?
No, it has your dude got shot a bunch. Let's skip him a mission, and then he's good for the next one. I think that's what that has.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then I bought $2 Spelunky. And
cool.
And Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I'll never play. Maybe. And the Talos Principle, which I heard was kind of cool.
Oh, you bought the Talos Principle? How much did you get it for?
I think it was $10 on Super Sale.
That's not bad. Although I think there's DLC.
There is, but I didn't buy any of it.
I heard the Talos Principle is really good, but I don't know if I'd have the fucking patience to play it.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see, what else did I buy? Let me scroll through. Oh, I bought some of those Final Fantasy PC ports, because whatever.
Like which ones?
8 and 13 and 4.
Yeah, I saw 13 and 13.2 were like crazy cheap.
Yeah. Basically,
like $3.
If I can find any reason to like get a game on PC that's on an older console, at this point I'm doing it so I can just like put my PS3 in a closet. Not really, I'll never do that, but I also got
I feel you.
I also got that Shantae game because it was
I heard the game's really good.
Yeah.
Or at least the original Shantae game was really good.
Yeah.
And this one's supposed to be good too.
Yeah. It's I got it. I think it was on Super Sale, and I got it for like $2, and even now it's $2.49. So,
hey, you got Please Don't Touch Anything.
I did get that.
Was that on Super Sale, or did you just get it for $2.50, which is like the regular?
I think it's on Super Sale right now.
Oh, $2.50 is the Super Sale.
Yeah, I think I bought it when
I kind of wanted to.
I bought it when it was $3 because I thought I missed it, but I guess I didn't.
Oh, I might get this. I actually have my eye on it.
You should. Let's see. Did I get anything else?
What is money? What is money? I don't know. You did. You got Oceanhorn.
Oh yeah, I got Oceanhorn.
I like that game.
Right.
I need to play it more.
Yeah, you should play it. And then
It's way better. I'm glad to not be playing it on the iPad. That does not seem the kind of game that.
it sounds pretty bad.
It does not seem like an iPad game.
Yeah. And then I have 2 games sitting in my cart right now.
Which games?
Euro Truck Simulator 2
Oh my god, no.
and One Way Heroics.
Okay, One Way Heroics is pretty good. It's worth 69 cents for sure.
Yeah.
But please don't buy Euro Truck Simulator.
Why?
Oh, fine. You know what? Do it.
Yeah, do it, Ryan, you fuck.
Do it. It's like $5.
Yeah. And I keep waiting for Duck Game to go on Super Sale, but it hasn't yet.
That game literally just came out on PC.
I know, but it's $10. I want it to be like $8.
So actually, I bought a couple of games. I didn't buy that many because I just kind of kept it in my pants. There wasn't anything that like I saw that was like, oh my gosh. I saw games that like at a certain point in my Steam career, I would have been like, dude, that game looks sick.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've just played so many games. I'm like, I really got to be a little bit more selective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was waiting for a couple of games to go on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I wanted Westerado Double Barrel to go on sale.
That it did. It didn't go down, and
It didn't go as low as I wanted it to.
Yep.
Go. That was a problem.
Yep.
Same thing with Audio Surf 2.
Oh yeah.
Audio Surf 2 went down like an extra like 10% on Super Sale.
Mm-hmm.
They were still like more than $8 a piece, or like almost $10, and it's like I don't really want them that bad because I don't realistically know when I'm going to play them.
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's like a lot for those games, but I just had no idea when I was actually going to get around to playing them, so I didn't want to spend the money.
Sure.
I'm still waiting for Roundabout to go on sale.
I don't know what that is. What is
It's
that?
a game I actually want. That's the game that's an FMV game where you play as a lady driving a spinning limousine.
Sounds awful.
It's quirky.
Okay. You know what I want to go on
it's
sale
like
really bad?
$5 right now. I want it to go on. Yo, I think you want Divinity Original Sin to go on sale.
I already bought that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. I'll shut up now, then.
You know what I want to go on sale? It's not even kind of on sale right now.
What?
Amazing Frog.
Oh, yeah. That game's so stupid.
I want it.
Just get it for your Ouya.
Yeah, I own one of those.
I want Home Improvisation to go on sale.
I don't know what that is.
It's a game about building IKEA furniture.
That sounds awful. That sounds like the worst thing.
There's
that
a
ever
co-op
happened.
mode.
Oh Christ! It's all over. What else do I want to go on sale? There's stuff I want to.
There's this game called Runestone Keeper that's on my wish list that looks like a roguelike type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That it looks interesting. It looks like the kind of one I'd like, but it's not even on sale. It's like a special promotion. It's not actually on sale for the sale.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait a little bit longer.
You know what never goes on super sale? Putt games.
Just buy them. I thought you bought them.
No,
I thought you bought like the entire pack.
No, I haven't bought any putt games.
Do they have Putt's Balloon Blast or whatever
Maybe.
the heck that thing is called? That was like a breakout game where you'd bounce your dog like the dog would hit the balloons and then you'd bounce them off a putt and you'd hit more balloons.
Nope.
Oh, that's too bad.
Uh,
I think it was great. That's all the games I was really waiting to go on sale. But I did pick up One Way Heroics. I said I got as part of the sale. I got Lisa, which is that super grim post-apocalyptic Earthbound, which is the best way to describe that game. Yep. With like, it doesn't have permadeath, but I know that one of the elements of the game is you can have the people in your party play Russian roulette for permanent upgrades, but if they lose, they're just dead, and they're not in your party anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So probably won't be doing much of that. I finally got Jazz Punk because I know how much you love that game.
I love Jazz Punk,
and I kind of wanted to play it anyways. And right now there's a flash sale for Nom Nom Galaxy.
What is that?
Which is the most recent Pixel Junk game. Mm-hmm. And it's in early access.
Oh no!
But it costs $2, and this game is. Like I said, this game is so new, it's not even out yet. So I was like, yeah, $2. Let's do it. Seems like a good price for that.
Oh, I'm watching the fucking preview video for Putt Joins the Parade, and I want to fucking buy it.
Just how much does it cost?
$3.49.
I think Putt Saves the Zoo might be better, though.
I think you're making all these Putt games up, because...
It's the other one on there. It's Putt Saves the Zoo and Putt Joins the Parade are like the two that are on there right now. It's $3.50 as part of the sale.
Man, Okay,
well, wait, this is what you do. If you see something that you think looks like a good deal,
yep,
you wait until the last day of the sale.
No, this always happens. This is why Putt Joins the Parade is like perpetually in my wish list in the number 1 slot, because because it's fucking... I always wait for it to go on sale, and I'm always like, okay, this is going to be the time where Putt Joins the Parade goes on super sale, and it never does. I've had it on my wish list for
what I'm saying is that
$3.50
is not a lot of money.
I know.
So,
but I don't want to like. There's like a strict like fun to value quotient that Putt provides, and it needs to be like 50 cents. Or like
that's never gonna happen.
a dollar. I'd pay $1.
What you should do is, if there's ever a game, this is what I always do. I look at my wish list and I say, like, oh, that's a good price for that game. I'd actually pay that, but it might go lower. So I wait and see if it's going to go on super sale, and if it doesn't, I just buy it on the last day of the sale anyways.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They actually have, you can just get the full pack for $25.
No, I only want to pay Putt Joins the Parade because that's the only one I have nostalgia for.
But there's Putt Goes to the Moon.
And, like, I remember...
They do have Putt and Pep's Balloon-O-Rama.
Oh, shit.
That game's awesome. And then, did you know that there's a Putt game that came out in 2003 called Pep's Birthday Surprise?
Yeah, but I didn't play that game.
That's an old-ass dog.
It's fucking... I remember when Putt wakes up in the morning, and, like, I have a distinct memory of how I believe the oil tasted that he drank for breakfast.
Jesus Christ, man!
Like, there's like my nostalgia for Putt goes deep.
You've made that abundantly clear to me just now when you told me that. Children are silly.
Yeah. Should I buy this Nom Nom Galaxy game? Is it fun? Did you play it?
I have not played it. I saw someone on the internet play it, and it looks interesting.
It's $2. I should probably just buy it.
So Nom Nom Galaxy is a. You go to distant planets to make soup, and then you send it into space to sell it.
Oh,
So you
somebody
build
tried to
these-
tell me about this. Was it you?
You build these. I don't think so. I don't think I ever mentioned it to you.
Okay.
You build these like elaborate factories.
Okay.
And then you get resources and throw them in, and then the robots like carry them through the factory, turn it into soup, and then like carry them to the rockets. And there's like maybe you should. There's like an online co-op thing. Maybe you should get it. You can play it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
It's $2. Even though it's on early access, it's got 95 very positive user reviews.
Great.
So, yeah, screw it.
All right, I'll do it.
And it's a pixel junk game. They probably usually
like
make
those.
good games.
All right, we're running a little long here. We should probably...
You're running a little long. Hey, remember Bloodstained Ritual of the Night?
Yeah.
It has officially become the most funded video game in the history of Kickstarter.
Really?
Yep.
Even more than spilling water on my keyboard? Even more than...
Oh, no.
It's all over.
Oh,
It'll-
I would fund that. I'd back that project.
It'll probably be fine, right?
The spilling water on Ryan's keyboard project. That's a good project.
I'm just
to
going to let
fund.
this hang out upside down and drip
Good
for a
call.
little while. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night becomes the most funded game in Kickstarter history.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is going to not be true anymore in the next month when Shenmue 3 beats it.
Oh, that's definitely going to happen.
So I've also heard, it's come to pass, it's come to light that Sony has said they are definitely, like they are not making Shenmue 3 with all the money that they're raising. Sony is going to give them more money.
No, like, they literally can't make a Shenmue game on, like, $3 million or whatever they end up getting.
They can make an iOS, like Farmville, like.
Yeah, exactly.
What I'm saying is, like, Sony has said, yes, we're giving them money once they reach their goal to make the game.
Right.
I think Sega might be in it, too, because they own the rights. They might be giving them some money, too.
Yeah, so if Sega gives them some money from all those great Sonic games that they're making,
Sega owns Atlas.
Oh, that's right.
Sega owns things. They have money.
That's right.
But anyways, like that, just to confirm that, and there's not been anyone specifically saying, "Hey, we are helping to fund Bloodstained Ritual of the Night," but it's a known fact that there are companies that were like, I don't know, Koji Igarashi, like we don't want to give you money because we don't know if a market exists for this game. If you have a successful Kickstarter, we'll give you more money.
Right.
So like that's definitely happening too. We just don't know who it is exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like basically all but confirmed that someone is giving him more money to make that game, even though he's already got a bunch of it.
Yeah.
So that Kickstarter concluded. I think they reached like every single stretch goal.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be quite the game when it comes out in March of 2017.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it a lot. And I'm pretty like I said, Shenmue's gonna raise more money than it, and this conversation will be meaningless. But
I don't know. I mean, they do have 29 days to go, but they definitely peaked.
Well, they peaked that first day.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like the first 24 hours.
Right.
But so did Bloodstained Ritual of the Night kind of did too. But they, like the last like week, it ramped up real fast.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why exactly, but what the logic is. It seems like Kickstarters, like 40% of it happens in the beginning, like the first like 4 days, 30% happens in the last 4 days.
Yeah.
And then there's like 30% spread out in every day in between.
And there's like a mad dash at the end to like get stuff in a lot of times.
Yeah,
too.
even though it's already funded. Like I know there's like a certain mentality of like, this game's almost funded, I'm going to give it more money, and then it'll be funded. That mentality exists, but even on games that are super duper overfunded, people will just like put off funding it and then go, oh shit, I gotta fund this thing before it ends.
Yeah.
Or they say like, oh, it's like, fuck it, let's just get these last stretch goals. I'm gonna increase my donation.
I do that sometimes, where like I'll be looking at something, I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna make it, I'm gonna hold off, and then it ends up.
Oh, it's definitely gonna make it.
Ends up.
Well, this was also funded in less than 24 hours, so that doesn't necessarily apply. But I've been there too.
Yeah, and
I've been like, I don't want to pledge unless. But again, you don't have to pay unless they reach the goal.
Yeah, but it's like one of those pain in the butt things.
Yeah, but if you're willing to like pay the money, if like you might as well help them get to their goal.
I guess.
So yeah, we're gonna see what happens with Shenmue 3, and if it beats this goal. I think they may just like kind of be like, I'm still convinced that Shenmue 3 is a meme. So I think everyone who's going to donate to Shenmue 3 because they like it, they've probably already done it.
Do you know what I own a copy of?
Shenmue 2.
I might.
What do you own a copy of?
Shenmue 1.
Oh man. Can we whip out your Dreamcast and plug it into your CRT and then drink like a bunch of beers and play it?
Yep.
Cool. Maybe I'll appreciate Shenmue 3.
Maybe.
We have to play Blue Stinger too. Still.
Oh, dude, yeah, I bought that so long ago.
Oh, that game's so shitty. I love it.
That game's bad.
All right, so so Bloodstained, whatever. Did you hear about the Dota update?
I heard about it, but it's Dota. So
it's basically Dota 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game isn't changing. They're not adding a shitload of heroes, but they're changing. It's going to start running on Source Engine 2.
Really?
So they're redoing all of the UI and like all the menus and the encyclopedias and the character list and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're adding custom game support, a la Warcraft 3.
Oh, neat. That's cool.
That is not just neat. That's the neatest.
It's fucking cool.
That's like I played so many hours. My entire life at a certain point was eating, going to school, sleeping, and playing Warcraft 3 custom maps.
Me too.
That was it. That's all I did.
Me too.
So
for a long time.
This is ridiculous. Like I hope that this works, and I've heard that it's already like in beta builds.
Mm-hmm.
It is already looking really incredible.
Awesome.
Like specifically, Rock Paper Shotgun had an article, and the tagline to the article was, "Wow, this custom map thing is so much better than Warcraft 3."
Oh shit!
And I was just like, "Oh yes, yes."
Oh, I have a boner.
Yeah. So they're calling it Dota 2 Reborn. I want to read this article about custom games specifically, but I'm going to read a little bit about exactly what they're promising here. It's new interface, new engine, new ways to play. So I think I covered all the main points. I think like some of them, like they might be changing some of the map skins and stuff. So it's like basically the same map, but it looks like a desert or something. I don't know. But yeah, it seems cool. Like this is very exciting. Hey, they sent me the Spanish one. What the heck?
What the hell?
Nueva interfaz, nuevo motor, nuevas formas de jugar. How do I make this English? It's like how Steam on my browser was sending me to the Swedish version of the website for the longest time, and I didn't know why.
Weird.
Like automatically would reroute me there because I thought I was Swedish.
You are.
Maybe I should stop using that Swedish proxy, and they'll think that I'm Swedish.
That's it. That's what it is.
So yeah, they're reforming, the dashboard completely and make it easier to find and join parties, and doing voice chat over, make it easier to invite your friends and manage your party. They should have a playstyle graph that shows you like how many triple kills and first bloods and like that kind of stuff. Average GPM, gold per minute.
Sure. Yeah.
How many last hits you're getting. They're going to integrate Steam Chat into it better so that you can like whisper with your friends who are playing other games while you're playing Dota and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Redoing the hero browser. They're redoing the theater mode where you can watch other people play, which is cool. I wonder if they're going to put this out in time for the International in August.
Probably not.
Because they're in the beta already.
Probably not.
They're in the beta already, dude.
I'm assuming that's going to come with some kind of big patch that also updates some of the heroes.
That'll probably be after that.
It has to be after because people are like practicing for this International already. So if it's not like tomorrow, I don't think they're going to do it till after.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
They before the International, they were teasing the release of a new character last year, and they introduced the character. They made the character playable at the International, like surprise.
Oh, really?
And then he came out very shortly after that.
Mm-hmm.
So they might do something like that again. That they'll release it like right after the international's over, because maybe they're running a new Source engine that'll just like fuck everything up if they do it too early.
Mm-hmm.
That seems cool. I really like Dota. If I was ever to play a MOBA, it would be Dota.
Yeah.
Because of my Warcraft 3 lust.
Oh, yeah.
Because I played Dota before anybody knew what the fuck Dota was.
Me too.
And I'm not bragging. Like, that's just a fact.
I had no idea what I was doing.
And then then like Dota changed a lot, and they were and like you could type -ape-mom into chat to tell you how fast your character is moving or something stupid like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like that all happened. Like I fell out of Warcraft 3 for a little while, and I came back, and it was like when I was playing like more Winter Mall and stuff. I wasn't doing like these MOBA stuff.
Wow, Winter Mall.
Like I loved TDs in Warcraft 3 are the greatest. I've never seen a game that did tower defenses better than Warcraft 3, and that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, that's fucking true.
But I felt I didn't play Dota for a while. Like they released like someone made like a game called Tides of Blood that was a MOBA, but wasn't Dota, and I liked that one a little bit more or whatever, and I just didn't play a lot of MOBAs. And then I come back to Dota, and everyone's typing -ape-mom, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, guys, sorry, I haven't played Dota in a while. What the fuck does that mean? Like I was talking to my team,
and then they called you a fucking scrub,
and they were just like, you haven't played Dota in a while or ever, and I was like, Alt QQ. I was like, well, I hope you like having one less member in your party, you fucking ballsack. And it's like, I was playing Dota before you were goddamn born.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Tell me you haven't played Dota ever. Shut the
Ooh. Anyway.
But yeah, Dota 2, that's a great game. League of Legends is a game for babies. And anyone making a new MOBA now will fail.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You do not agree that is true?
No, I don't.
Well, maybe if we look at a game like Dawn Guard, that game that was #breaking the meta.
Heroes of the Storm.
That's different.
No, it's not.
First of all, it's very distinctly different from other MOBAs, and it's also Blizzard.
Yeah, so what?
Blizzard prints money.
Yeah, they do.
So, that's different. I'm saying, like, some unknown quantity, like that. I think it was called Dawn Guard or something.
I don't know.
I can't even remember. They were #breaking the meta. And they had, at PAX last year, they had a giant thing set up near the tabletop area where people could play this game. And then they announced that it wasn't even coming out of beta.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, MOBAs are
dead.
MOBAs are dumb. I don't like them.
Hey, Ryan, did you know that WoW patch 6.2 is coming out on June 23rd?
Yeah, that's next week. We're not ready.
I don't even know what's in that patch.
New raid.
Who cares? Oh, shit. Oh, I have so much Legendary Quest chain to do. I might have to give up on it again for this expansion.
I'm caught up for some...
Well, isn't that nice?
It's never happened before.
It's never happened to me before either.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. We still haven't downed normal Blackhand.
Yeah, but you were playing High Mall still far into when Blackrock Foundry was out, so...
Not really. Only like a month. And it was mostly...
Okay, maybe not far, but...
It was mostly just to get extra gear. But
okay, well, you got one more raid between now and patch 6.2's release, so...
Yeah.
Sunday, it's all or nothing. Let the team know.
It's all or nothing. If we don't do it, we have to quit WoW forever, so...
I believe those are the rules, yes.
That's what I was told. It's in the TSA thing, so... That's not what,
TSA?
That's not what it's called. What?
End user licensing agreement?
Yeah, that one.
EULA?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
XBLA, I think?
Blades.
Blades, yes.
And
also,
Blades.
I don't give a fuck about the Blades. I had to look up what they were, and I was like, these are good, I guess. Although, I think every UI the Xbox 360 had was great.
Yeah, well, you would.
I never loaded up my Xbox 360 and saw, like, what is this fucking garbage? I can't use this. I think what we need to bring back on the Xbox One is press the home button to bring up a little menu that lets you do stuff.
Yeah, that was nice.
Instead of, like, snapping something in or bringing you back to the home page.
Yep.
It's cool that the game will run in the background while you're on the homepage, but I just missed that little gray menu of just like go to your friends list, and it was like super fast.
Yeah.
That's what we need. That's what we need again.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently they're redesigning the UI.
They have to.
A bit on that thing, so.
They have to, probably for like Windows 10 and stuff. They want it to be similar or something. They just work, like gel together better.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of the Windows 10 UI. Looks fine.
Yep.
Well, but in other WoW news, they've announced that eventually you can fly in Draenor.
Yeah, fuck flying.
This is hilarious. This is the worst idea ever.
Yeah, it's really dumb. It's really bad.
I almost get what they were saying from, what they were coming from, and then it's like, no, that's stupid.
It's real dumb.
They're just like, yeah, it's like, if you want to fly in Draenor, because they're like, we made all this content, we want to make sure you guys aren't skipping it. Which makes sense, but they should, if we want to skip it, we pay $15 a month, we should be able to skip it.
Yep, that's true.
Have you ever read a quest, like you talk to a guy who's giving you a quest, have you ever read any of the words in that window?
No.
Besides looking for the accept button and hitting it?
Yeah, no, never.
So we can skip that. So they want. So in order for us to fly in Draenor, we have to prove that we've already enjoyed enough of their precious content that they have deemed us allowed to skip it.
Yep.
They're giving us permission to skip it.
Yep.
Hey Ryan, fuck that.
Nah, and fuck flying.
So if they were like, oh yeah, all you have to do is, I don't know, like, you have to be level 100 to fly, or you have to do, I don't even know. You have to finish the story. Like, even if it's just like, you want to fly, all you have to do is complete the Garrison campaign, or beat the Nagrand storyline.
Right.
Okay, people who want to do that will do that and only take them like maybe an extra day or two, and then they can fly.
Mm-hmm.
But they want you to do a meta achievement that contains several meta achievements.
It sucks.
Including Lore Master, which requires you to basically beat every quest in every zone.
It sucks. It sucks a lot.
And then a whole bunch of other stuff, like find a bunch of hidden treasure, and I don't even know what they want. It's like, as soon as like you pointed out, as soon as they said the word Lore Master, it was all over.
Yeah, I'm done. Like, I don't.
It's not happening at that point.
I'm not
like,
doing
no matter
it.
what the other requirements are, Lore Master is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It sucks, and it's like too little, too late in a lot of ways, because I don't see a reason to go explore the continent anymore. I hang out in my garrison, I show up for raid, I go home. So I don't see a reason to turn flying on 2 patches into the expansion. Fuck that.
Well, and you can never fly around the new jungle, I think.
Yeah, you can't fly in the new area.
Like, ever.
So, just fuck it. I don't care. I'm not even going to try to get it.
Don't. I'm not going to.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I have so much stuff to do in that game. That's like the bottom of the list. I'd probably level up archaeology before I worked on the Lore Master.
Oh, I have the complete list of the Draenor Path of Finder meta achievement.
Please tell us so we can just be like, wow.
You need to get Explore Draenor achievement, which is explore all the zones.
Okay, that's fine. That sounds reasonable.
Collect 100 treasures.
That's not bad. I got like a add-on that tells you where all that stuff is. That's fine.
Yeah, it sounds worse than it is, because I bet you a lot of people are kind of close.
I bet I'm pretty close.
You have to complete the Lore Master. That sound. You have to complete Securing Draenor achievement, which is you have to finish all of the Apixis dailies.
You have to do them all once?
Yeah. And then you have to get the 3 new Tan and Jungle repetitions to at least Revered.
That didn't seem so bad either.
It's probably worse than you think.
All I know is that if I ever am in Draenor and I see someone flying, I'm going to be like, that person's a fucking loser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I wrote an article about this.
Yeah, you did.
It's ultimately, for me, it's sort of like Garrison's grounded us in a lot of ways, and it sucks. But
I'm surprisingly okay with being grounded.
oh, I don't care about being grounded. It's like it's the part where I feel like they leaned so hard into garrisons that they kind of didn't make WoW fun anymore. Like this is like the first expansion. I'm in a raid team, and all of my gear is outclassed that I get from drops by garrison loot, and so I'm just like, well, fuck this.
You mean like crafting stuff?
No, the garrison caches. So if you're participating in if you do normal clears, you get heroic loot from your garrison cache.
Yeah, heroic raid loot if you've ever cleared the dungeon on normal.
I don't even think you have to clear it. I think you have to get a certain percentage of bosses down. I'm not.
And you'll start getting heroic raid loot.
Yes, from your garrison.
In your garrison for free.
Yes. And so if you do this for long enough,
what?
And you don't progress to mythic, you end up getting better gear from your garrison than you do from raiding at a certain point.
Wow.
So
it's like a consolation prize?
I don't even know what the point of it is, and I fucking hate it. But I can't not do it because it's like, well, I need to get better item levels so I can help the team out and do more damage and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I have to get it.
I need to. I'm kind of bummed because now I need to gear up if we're actually going to get serious about doing this heroic dungeons.
Yeah, you got to get
the mythic dungeons or whatever.
Yeah.
I got to gear up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. All right, this is a really fucking long podcast. Just like all the other ones we gotta do.
Yeah, every podcast is fucking long, especially E3 cast.
Yeah. But
yeah, Ryan and I we spent a great deal of time recently talking about all the E3 press conferences and how he felt about things.
You might have listened to it.
Hopefully you did. If you didn't, now's your chance.
Now's your chance. Go back.
It's in the feed. It's in the feed, so you could listen to that. I think the one thing we didn't do is necessarily I think there were a lot of games that had release dates or release years that we did not mention them.
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit shitty about that, but
that's all right. People can go find that out. It's on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, we built our list from other lists, so
yep.
Whatever.
But
I think it's gonna do it for this week.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some games. I think you guys should play some games too. Check out the Steam sale. Buy a game, play it, and then write us an email being like, "Hey, that game was shit."
Yeah, you can email us.
If you enjoyed that game, we don't want to hear about it. We only like emails about bad games.
You can email us at questions@bearversusman.com.
And you can send anything there. You don't send just questions.
If you
actually, you can send whatever you want. We appreciate any sort of reader feedback.
Yep.
So, or listener feedback. What do I want to call you guys? Well, you guys are readers too, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Maybe you're blind, you're deaf, so you're filling this podcast through a Google speech to text.
Maybe.
And we sound like we're absolutely crazy.
Hey, that could happen though.
Yeah, most deaf.
You can find us on Twitter @BearVersusMan. You can find we're Facebook.com/BearVersusMan. We're on BearVersusMan.com. Writing stuff sometimes. Please tell your friends about our podcast. That's the only way we get people to listen to us.
We can't even get the people who we know and love to listen to this. So
we need your help.
You got to tell your friends.
We need your help.
You know who you are.
Help us.
Please
leave us a review on iTunes if you like.
Oh, that'd be very helpful.
5 stars only, please.
We're on Stitcher too, right?
Yes, we are. I think there's reviews on there.
I don't actually know.
I don't know either. But yeah,
we're on both of those things, and we got quite the library going now because we just keep doing this despite everything.
Yeah, and now we have more episodes than weeks we've done this podcast officially, so that's pretty cool.
Which is crazy. That's kind of the goal here.
Yeah,
because I like podcasting a lot. I like podcasting with you, Ryan.
I like podcasting with you.
Yeah, it's fun. It's sometimes I just do it. Right now, I'm kind of sick of it because we just podcasted for 6 hours in the past 36.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to podcast more.
But hey, next week it's going to be back to normal.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know, so that's good.
Yeah, I gotta go play games now.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
Ugh.
Hate video
Actually,
games.
literally, am like about to play a game.
I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta edit.
No, I'm not.
Sucks.
I gotta go to work.
Oh, that too.
All right, that's gonna do it. Bear vs. Maincast.
See you next week.
Later.